They've got a lot. They've got bars dedicated to Dragon Quest. They have 2 different cafes. Artnia is like, it's all done up like you walk in and like the whole left side of an arching wall is just Dragon Quest merch, plushies, and all sorts of toys and clothing and everything. And then the second half of that wall is Final Fantasy.
Probably
and
doesn't
then you
sell
can,
as well.
You'd be surprised. Yeah, DQ is a huge draw. There's definitely a culture for Final Fantasy in Japan too. You see at the Square Enix Cafe in Akihabara, they definitely have more FF merch than DQ. I don't know, maybe it's for because it's so popular in worldwide as well.
So, were there any burlesque shows and puff puff rooms? I
mean, plenty of maid cafes. I have not seen any DQ burlesque. It's the first time I've heard it, but I'm sure it exists.
Oh, better.
It's on the down low, though.
It's going to be Jake's contribution to Japanese society. It's Dragon Quest burlesque shows.
Yeah, with the bunny girls. Come on, how is that not a thing yet?
Well, one of you guys is getting engaged, right? You could have a DQ themed bachelor party. Just all head over to Japan.
Yeah, that would be fun.
Craig can dress like a slime.
King Slime, thank you very much.
Slime. Oh yeah, you got the crown. Where's the crown?
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so I guess Silk Wizard's Dragon Warrior Online was the first time I'd ever played a multiplayer Dragon Quest. So when DQ9 came out, I was definitely interested in checking that out again, but it was restricted because it was local multiplayer.
Right.
So did you guys get to play any of the multiplayer together, or play any of the story mode together?
No.
No, we didn't.
We don't go together anywhere. I did some of the maps, since you lend me that cart. I did some maps
absolutely.
on its own with my own characters, and it was pretty cool.
No problem. A lot of those maps, any of the ones that said NOA on them, like any of the boss maps, the legacy boss maps, are actually from launch events that happened in New York that I didn't go to because I was still playing Dragon Quest V.
But you know the community of people which got you the maps.
I eventually did, yeah. But I missed out on all this stuff. So one of the guys that we multiplayer with, there's probably about 5 or 6 main guys that go to the meetups. A few of them kind of tapered off. But initially, the first launch event, I got this from RPG Wizard, who was our resident fact finder. He just knows so much. It's just incredible. He's a wealth of knowledge. But there was a launch event that took place in Rockefeller Center that just basically took over Rockefeller Plaza.
What?
Yeah, like a whole section of Rockefeller Plaza was just like outdoors. They had, you could find photos of the event online and everything, but they had demos set up where you could play the multiplayer. Because it takes like an hour for you to unlock multiplayer, at least in a speed run, in like an hour 15 minutes.
Right.
So on the day of the launch, nobody's going to be able to like tag or do any of that kind of stuff. So they had over 100 people showed up. The first 30 got to get Yuji Horii autograph. Ooh. So Yuji Horii was there. For some reason, he was only signing the first 30 games, or the first 30 people. I think, yeah, right. I was talking to RPG Wizard about that, and I was like, wait, is that because of like 30 unique in tags for your game? Is that what he was going for? But I'm not really sure. I really don't know why he only decided to, because I met him last summer at the Dragon Quest XI panel, or not panel, demo in Anime Expo in LA.
I had no idea that even happened.
Yeah, he actually did a couple of conventions out there to promote DQ11. He was signing everything. They told you like he'll only sign
Merch that you bought there.
Merch that he bought there. But then when he got there, he's like, "No, I'll sign anything." So like people were bringing copies of Dragon Warrior, like Dragon Quest copies from the Famicom copies from Japan, and I think one guy might have even got a tattoo. Like he had Yuji Horii sign his arm, and then he got a tattoo of it.
I like video games, but
yeah, right. There's a limit, right?
Yeah. Especially tattooing someone else's name on your body. That don't work out for any couples either, by the way. Just gonna put that out for people. Don't like have each other put your names on there.
I mean, you might as well have a gaming icon do it if you're gonna have anyone do it.
Yeah.
I did run into Soma QZ out in LA, and he has a slime tattoo. So there's quite a few people in the community that have DQ tattoos, because when they were promoting, I think it was Heroes, on the social media sites, Dragon Quest, the official account was asking for people's tattoos, and they were sending a bunch of stuff in.
Nice.
But yeah, so the launch events, you had over 100 people showed up. So RPG Wizard sat online from 1 a.m. to about like 1 p.m. when the event started. So he sat there for 12 hours, camping out, and he just barely scraped by to get one of the autographs from Horii. He said that he was like the 11th person there, but people were holding spots, and Nintendo's not very good at policing that. So
that sounds like
they seem to be good at policing everything else pertaining to their games and IPs. Why not that?
Yeah, touche. I guess they're not really paying attention to the line outside the store.
Huh.
So yeah, the local multiplayer, you had like 30 people showing up to these events. So after the launch events happened, there was a series of GameStop and Best Buy launch events where people could actually go and tag, canvas tag with each other and share maps and everything.
Right.
And then Nintendo World, after the launch event, started Tag Mode Tuesday, and so that's just getting people to come to Nintendo World. You could access the DQVC and then get a shop download, and play multiplayer with each other. And so that started, and they didn't expect it to go as long as it did. But probably about 3 to 6 months in, we were still doing it. So they just basically kind of like stopped promoting it and just let us have it. And so we've been having semi-regular Tag Mode Tuesday meetups for the past, I guess, 9 years now, almost 10.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, lately, a bunch of us have families now, so it's harder, like a long commute. It's kind of harder to meet up, but
right.
We'll have people come from all places and just want to meet up, and we'll and we'll just kind of gather. I'll gather the troops if we can get someone to come to New York and play multiplayer with us. So that used to happen more often, but yeah, we've had like Platty M3 came up from Florida. He was on vacation and he just stopped by and played multiplayer with us, and did some boss battles and everything. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it'd be unique. Meet some new people that are just as much Dragon Quest fans as you are.
Yeah, I've never met so many fans in person until DQ9. Absolutely.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And then it's great to see them as well. You go to the conventions now that we've got a bunch of major releases coming out between the Hero series and Builders and DQ11.
Oh yeah, it's definitely blown up in the past year and a half now.
Yeah. And just to see people playing these demos and enjoying them and getting excited. A lot of people that I talked to who played Dragon Quest XI for the first time loved it.
Yeah. It's a good one to start now. You're getting into the series.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, Maybe not, because now it spoils you to the other ones. The quality of life improvements.
Well, yeah, you can't go back to like traditional, like
It would
slow
be harder,
turn-based system,
yeah.
but for the most part, I think it's a good one to start on through. And the amount of blown up that Dragon Quest has had, and like I said, the past year and a half has been insane. And it's a good thing we created the podcast when we did.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you guys think of Erdrick and Smash?
Oh boy, here
I
we
think
go.
it'd be great if it actually happens.
Is that a loaded question?
It's definitely been a point of contention I've noticed all over Twitter. Like,
Yeah.
each
Absolutely.
respective fan base has just been going nuts. My
Oh,
opinion
yeah.
is Dragon Quest fan base is fine, Kingdom Hearts fan base is fine, Final Fantasy fan base is fine. I think it's the Smash community which is toxic because all these fans of Smash are now going against each other for it.
Yeah.
Right.
I think it's Smash that's toxic.
I think it just comes
Yeah.
with the competitive nature of the series.
Probably.
Smash.
I mean, there's always people in every community that are like that. But if they do add Erdrick, that'd be great.
I would buy it.
I've only played like one Smash game 10 years ago, but maybe I'll give it another try and play it with these guys.
I think I'd prefer like just the nameless hero from the first game, though. Just like that classic armor look, the horns and everything. I don't know. I think they're which.
I think they were using the design from 3.
Yeah, I think it was the design because that is Erdrick. So
Yeah, it is Erdrick.
yeah.
I saw someone suggest the slime, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know how that would
I think
work.
he'd be I think he'd be a little limited in moves.
Unless he could just like turn into every other version of slime for attacks.
Oh man, that would be awesome.
Then a down smash
metal.
would just be like just dropping on somebody as King Slime.
That's what his
King
B
Metal Slime.
moves are. He just switches to a different slime
Yeah.
every time he uses those.
Green would be
That
healed
could
so
work.
that you
Metal
can,
Dragon Slime and
Yeah.
yeah.
and each time you could only heal like so much with the power, and it would reduce your percentage bar.
Yeah,
Some people do have moves like that.
that could work actually.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty unique.
Well, anything's
wouldn't
better than
complain.
people suggesting Steve from Minecraft. So, good lord, people. I don't even play the game, and I think it's retarded. People and some of their suggestions, but it'd be a good thing. Why
Yeah,
not?
I think so too.
Hori and at least Enix, since Square clearly is involved now with the ownership of Dragon Quest in a way, but Hori's kind of been extremely loyal to Nintendo, so I don't see why. What's his name? Who does Smash? I'm not well versed in this.
Shoot.
Fucking
Oh, hi there. I hope you enjoyed this clip from Puff Puff Hour, a Dragon Quest podcast. If you happen to like what you see, you should subscribe. We have full podcast episodes detailing the main series of Dragon Quest 1 through 11. Oh yeah, and if you like the content, you should check out our other shows from All Out Geekdom Entertainment. We have Nude Clan and Ultima Final Fantasy, the ultimate Final Fantasy podcast. Or, Dragon Quest.